Hey, this is Todd Chisholm here, and I'm sitting here in the garage with Mr. Bitchin Rich from Bitchin Rich Custom Seats right here, and we're looking at his new badass rocker. If you're a rocker enthusiast out there, you got to take a look at this new kit that he's got here. This fat wide tire kit here. He's got, Rich, what is that? Is that a 26, 28 on there in the front? 26. This thing is badass. If you guys are rocker fans, you got to check this out. So what did you do back here, Rich? What do you got on this fat tire kit? What is this?
Well, first thing we did is we decided to create a better kit for the rocker. We wanted to do a 280 tire kit. First thing we did is we went ahead and modified the swing arm on this bike. This is an exchange program. You sent us the swing arm in, we modify it to allow you to put a 280 tire kit on the bike on center line. We wanted to take it to the next notch. It's a little more money, but it's the right way to go about it. We like to perform. We like our bikes to handle, and we want them safe.
I remember you were showing me over here on the left-hand side, Rich. What is it that you did specifically to this thing?
What we did is we changed the pivot arm position on the swing arm and moved it to the other side of the belt.
Right.
We went ahead and used a Harley Davidson 3/4 inch wide belt and a narrower pulley for the rear to allow us to give us some room to move the wheel over to the side. We also created an offset kit for the primary to follow suit, to move the belt over and allow us to put the wheel on center line of the bike. This is just a more correct way to build a higher quality bike.
It's killer. I have to say, I had a former rocker. It was done the opposite way. I had a different kit on it. This kit, when I rode this bike, it was insane. The way it traveled down the road was just bitchin'. Pretty badass. So what else did you do to this bike, Rich?
Well, we went ahead and made a custom rear fender for the 280 tire.
Right.
It's very sleek and tight to the bike. Our version of our wide tire kits that we do is to allow the fender to go through the swing arm and mount like a hardtail. The whole angle on it for us is to make the Softail look like a hardtail. Pretty much the way the rocker should have looked from the beginning. We didn't want to turn this bike into just a Softail like the other conversion kits where you got struts and a fender and everything. This whole, again, our whole angle on it is to make the Softail maintain that hardtail look.
It's bitches. So now some of the other things I noticed are, what's with these bars here? They almost look like stock, but way better. What'd you do to them?
Well, that's one of our biggest things, is we like to make our product kind of like Legos. What we'll do is we'll create an item that will tie into the existing parts. We have utilized the stock risers on this bike, and what I did is I made a 2-inch to 3-inch pullback handlebar. You don't have to replace your cables, you don't have to replace your wires. Basically, it's a bolt-in deal, and $500 for a set of high-quality bars.
That's it?
$500.
Easy install, no problems.
Install. Most conversions on doing a set of bars cost you $1,200 to $1,500.
Right.
So this kind of saves you a lot of money and gives you that pullback position. You see, these bars pull back up to 3 inches, and what it does is it follows suit with my seat that moves you 3 inches back and 3 inches down. This my famous accordion seat that we designed over 20 years ago for the custom industry.
Right. We
brought it into the rocker in 08. And what it does is it gives you that low profile position and allows the bike to handle better. Gives it a sleeker look, closes the gap out between the bike, and your entry level on doing an accordion seat on a rocker is $699.
Wow, you're kidding me.
Cheapest way to convert this whole bike to get the center of gravity down.
Dude, that's what we need right now, especially in this economy. Okay, so this last thing that we have here, Rich, that I have to look at, as soon as I walked in, and I saw this rocker, man, that wheel is just badass.
This is a 26-inch billet aluminum wheel.
Wow.
Okay, with 60 spoke stainless steel spokes. This is not a typical spoke wheel. We do this to have that nice soft lip. That's why it's a machined billet forged aluminum wheel. Machined for the spokes. Notice there's no dimple and piercing here. It's all machined. More of a show quality look.
That is really clean.
Lighter weight, forged, good looking wheel.
That is really cool. Okay, so now I know that there's no way that this is an entry-level wheel here, Rich. No. There's no way. I mean, you've got to have some ducats in there. What is something like that? If I want to throw a wheel on my rocker like that, what kind of cash am I looking for? A wheel. I would expect to spend some ducats on it.
Depending on what we're doing, that rim is going to be in the 2,000 plus range.
Okay.
This is not necessarily a prototype. We've been doing this for a long time. This is just specific to the rocker. So we're looking in the 2 range. We'll have some updated pricing soon on the website. We can do this wheel in a 23.
Okay.
Do it in a 21. We could do it in your 19 if you choose to. It's a high quality, high dollar wheel. This also can be an option of our replica wheels that we do, the 5-star rocker wheel in a billet format. We could do all the sizes in that as well. We're also going to have a fender combination for all size wheels for this kit. I just wanted to show off the wheel so I don't have a fender on it right now. We also run a 13-inch rotor. When you do a 13-inch rotor, you got to do my Performance Machine 6-piston caliper kit that I do.
Wow, that's sweet.
So we have that conversion for the rear as well to go with a 4-piston caliper for the rear. The brakes handle much better. I mean, the braking capacity is better. It's a better look. My most recent project that I did was the wide glide front end. Rocker has a mid glide front end. It's an 8-inch wide front end. Mine is 9 7/8 wide. It's almost 2 inches wider. I think this follows the shape of the bike better. It's a wide ascent on these bikes stock. The frame's 2 inches wider than any traditional Softail, and you've got this little narrow stock mid-glide front end on it. So we came up with this wide glide front end, but not only that, we put some degrees in the trees. You do not have to cut the neck on this bike in order to kick the front end out on this bike.
No kidding.
This is a 7-degree tree that we're doing. That's the biggest degree tree that I do.
So that's stock neck, that's pretty much bolt-on at this point then?
Bolt-on kit. That I
No
developed.
kidding.
There's some minor mods that you have to do here and there, but generally that's a bolt-on kit. That's a wide glide tree kit. I also do a mid-glide tree kit for the guy that wants a narrower front end. But notice, this front end, the way it stands, look how it sets the bike. Slide it back a little bit so you can get the whole profile of it.
Yep.
So basically, when you go with a 26-inch wheel, and this bike has a 19-inch wheel at the beginning, a 26-inch wheel from the center of the axle to the ground is 3.5 inches in height. So you're lifting the bike up if you don't do a lower kit in the front end or degree trees that kick it out and bring the front end down. Notice this bike sits level.
Dude, it is. It's perfect. It is sweet.
And now we have all these different combinations for building your bike to the right rake and trail. If you do a 23-inch wheel, we're going to put a 6-degree tree on your bike. If you do a 21-inch wheel, you've got options of 4 and 5-degree trees. If you keep your stock wheel size in the front, we could do a 3-degree tree for you. So we have all the right combinations to kick your front end out a little bit and adjust your ride height of the bike.
Well, that's totally badass. We all know Bitchin' Rich. We've seen him all over the various channels on TV here and there, and I gotta tell you, he's done some custom stuff. When you look at his seats, I mean, that's what he's been known for, his seats, right? Bitchin' Rich custom seats. But I gotta tell you, what he's done this rocker is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna give you one shot all the way around the bike, and we're gonna call it a day.